I kind of like that there's a Jamaican, that was the dual wielder. Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka GeekXX Chic, and we are back with the finale of Motherland Fort Salem, Season 3. I do like this show a lot. I think it's got a lot of potential. I really like the way that they've created this amazing world of witches and witchcraft and what the world would have been like if we'd had magic all this time. But we, at the moment, have come to an end, and I kind of feel like it's the right time to end the season, but I still don't know if I really feel like it's the end of this story. But who knows? Maybe this show will get picked up by somebody else at some point. If it is, I'd be super happy, but if not, I'll be thankful for what we've gotten so far. But I'm ready to jump into this episode here. The last episode, we had kind of the culmination point of a few things that have been building throughout the season. We had the double wedding, and it was a happy time. They got to enjoy a little bit of softness and love and some of the beautiful things in this world that they fight for. But then they were immediately reminded that this situation with the Camarilla is far from over. The Camarilla, in fact, have struck again, but this time they went straight to the heart of this witch army, aka kind of the heart of witches, by going to Fort Salem and going straight to the mycelium once again, because they know that this is the source of a lot of their power. And so we've got that crazy man Hearst there. Unfortunately, he killed that scientist slash doctor that was there. She was a cool character. And he's also discovered that the president's daughter is still alive. So they've got quite a few advantages happening for their side. And I think the biggest advantage is the fact that they took the fort by surprise. Some of the strongest witches are not even on campus right now. And again, with them attacking the mycelium, I think that there's a lot of problems that could potentially ensue. We already know that Raelle has already been seen as becoming a witch bomb. And we ended the episode with Raelle reacting quite poorly to whatever it is that they're doing to the mycelium back at Fort Salem. So they're going to have to act quickly. They're going to have to act very decisively, even though I have no idea which course of action they're supposed to take, is without Tally's sight, where they very much are going into this blind. But if there's anyone who can get it done, I know it's got to be our triad of badass witches, and with Scylla in the backup, not to mention all the other Fort Salem witches that we've gotten to know. I feel like we're going to have a really cool finale, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So this episode is called The Revolution Part 2. I'm very much looking forward to getting into it, so let's do that. But before I do, this is your first time to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. I do reactions to shows like this, so if you're interested in seeing me react to other things, as we know, this is the last episode of this show, but I do many others, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified when I do more reactions. And if you really like what you're seeing, I'd appreciate it if you also show some love to the like button too. The same goes for those of you who've been here before. Welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back, and join the fam if you haven't already. All right, that out of the way, guys, let's get into this episode at long last, right about now.
No, whoa, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm fine.
You're really not.
No, you're not.
You're stumbling all over the place, girl, like you've been drinking.
They have all the entrances and exits to the base. Their focus is clearly the mycelial chamber and the necro facility. They may already be close.
Oh, they're there.
When Aldra was sick, it helped her to be close to the mycelium.
I have to come. Are you sure?
Yes.
I can fight, and no, I'm not going to blow up the world, Tally.
But I mean, I suppose if Raelle's mind is set not to do it, that might help. Didn't seem like it was very voluntary, though. I had a feeling they maybe didn't kill her because we didn't see her actually take her last breath. But why did they save her? That is the bigger question. But I guess they need to know what she did. Yeah, they need to understand how she did that.
We have a lot more in common than you think.
They are both scientifically curious. One of them's crazy, though.
Hi, Pen.
Don't tap on the glass. She's not an animal. Don't do that to animals either, actually. I'm so tired of him. Ew, and I hate that he always touches them. It's so violating. Uh-oh. You know when a woman laughs, that's the scariest thing in the world. It means it's over for you.
She's gonna kill you all.
That's right. She's finding peace right now. That's not a good thing. You know, she's too drugged up. She won't be able to help you, right? She's just going to pass out. Maybe that's her objective. She's like, I haven't been high since I was a teenager. This is amazing. No, but really, I need Hearst's character to die. If he does not die at the end of this season, I'm going to feel like that's the biggest fail of this entire series because I'm so over him. He's not even a good villain, in my opinion. He's just annoying and very creepy. He doesn't deserve to get this treatment. He just needs to be wiped out. Please, I beg. By the end of this, Hearst dead. That's all I'm asking. Why y'all always messing with Africa? Y'all always up in our business. The way they probably had to work to find all these black extras, unless they're filming out of Toronto. There's not a lot of us in Canada, okay? What the? How is it you show up and suddenly there's no more peace in Ghana, ma'am? Can you leave? Can I help you?
State your business in the Free Republic of Ghana.
That's what he said.
Am I?
What is this?
Tricks you don't know? I don't blame that man at all. It's like, ma'am, we was all peaceful and chilled, and you show up and there's all kinds of trouble. Please leave. Please exit.
Just want to say how proud I am to know all three of you. Precisely perfect combination of your talents. Everybody saw it. Everybody knew. Never doubt that.
This feels like a goodbye. Right? You better be okay at the end of this episode, Anacostia. I'm dead ass. And your hair better still be intact. Oh, interesting that Scylla was the first one to hug her. They've come a long way.
There's a stairway that takes us very close to Isidore's office.
Let's go.
Tally, this is not the time for thirst. Focus. She's like,
I think I'm gonna need a beach after this.
I've never been to the ocean.
He's gotten really good with those, considering he didn't train growing up with those. Ew. It's funny because in my head, I keep thinking, like, why don't they use things like grenades or whatever? And then I have to remember that in this world, they wouldn't have developed advanced weaponry like that.
There are a lot of trucks down there.
If we work this right, they won't have time to react. We have one chance.
Let's do this.
Yeah! Come on now! POC crew! It's pretty. I was about to say, don't you have one of them sky witches with you? Like, she should be able to rain all kind of holy hell down on these people. Scatter, roaches! Scatter. Okay, careful. Remember, it'll bounce back soon. What happened? Anacostia.
No.
No! What did I just say, show?
We need to keep moving. Come on.
Wake up.
There will be time to grieve. There is nothing we can do.
I am so ready to turn this off right now. Because this wasn't necessary. Y'all didn't have to do this. And I knew it as soon as she gave that long-ass speech. Nah, screw you, show.
Received new cargo from Ghana, including an uncanny one called
Jamaica?
female of
What?
19 years with a
You involving my people now? I'm not about this.
some kind of witch.
Ma'am,
Leave.
we found another book from your list.
That is not a Jamaican accent. It's not even a Jafaican one. That was terrible.
Sterling, I know you loved Anacostia deeply. I did too. We fight for her.
Still not okay with that. I'm pissed. Too early for this bull. You guys can still move. You don't need sound to fight. Oh yeah, I forgot that the ends of their little whips have magic attached to them.
We finally found our voices too. Now you have to listen to me. You've interrupted our important work here, but
I don't care. I don't care. Remember how you said you weren't going to be a witch bomb? Yeah. She can still fight, right? Yeah, she doesn't need that to kick your ass. Why does Hurst keep getting to run away? I'm tired. If Adele doesn't survive this too, show, I swear to God. This place looks super inviting. You should totally go in alone. It's definitely what it's saying. You done pissed off the wrong one. When empathetic people like Tally get pissed, that shit is scary. That's right, Tally. Let them know.
Where's Alder?
What happened to Rael could have happened to her.
What if she doesn't find the last steward?
Then Rael ends the world.
Do we have time to do the what ifs? I mean, if they learn anything from this, they survive, is that they need to do more actual physical training because they rely on magic a lot. Nicta! Nicta's here! Peck their eyes out! Peck their eyes out! What's up, queen?
Where's the rest?
Back there, in bad shape. We're trapped here too.
We'll see about that. I don't like being trapped.
We figured that out. Save them. We can't lose Adele too. We can't do it. It's too much. All right, come on. This is your show. Come on. Come on, Rael. I'm gonna need you to pick it up. Everyone's fighting. You've been taking a nap. Let's go. I'm not mad at the nap, but come on.
Tally, you should see this! Ray opened up a door!
Let's go! You're yelling instructions instead of just leaving. Something tells me Nicta's not coming.
Go! Go take care of your friends. He and I can hold them off.
See you on the other side.
That's love. He can stay. I feel where's the Dr. Witch? Because she wanted to do this so bad. She's gonna be so sad she missed out on her chance to go on the mycelium again. Okay, this is the exact area that Tally saw in her vision, so it's either gonna go really well or really bad.
That's what I saw, guys. When I ended the world.
Yep.
Asking it shall be given. Knocking it shall be answered. Why isn't it working?
Because you're kind of sick too, remember?
Older. You could show.
Are you praying to Alder? What do you want Tally to do? Y'all calling her Tally like she's got some super healing ability. She don't know. She's like, I just saw the end. I didn't do nothing about it. I literally stood there and screamed, what you want from me?
And it is my duty as the rightful president of the United States of America to set it right.
You can't be rightful because the other president's not dead.
Duplicity and deceit are their very nature.
Look at him. He thinks he's so smart. Oh.
I've got you, husband.
I won't pull you under.
Till death do us part. It's not happening.
I really need you to stay alive. That's how this is gonna go.
Period. This is not a negotiation or a request. Know that.
Everyone has always said that we have this big destiny. Well, this is it.
I want another one.
No, I want this one.
I agree. She's like, I don't like this destiny. It's sucking.
Finally got it. It's about us.
It's always about you. This is kind of your show.
All of it is gonna happen. All of it. It's about how we change it.
Period. Get your ass over here, Abigail. You're gonna have to get into your feelings. I know you don't like it, but you're gonna have to. Meanwhile, Alder's just taking her sweet time, lackadaisically walking at a snail's pace while the world's ending. Couldn't you move just a little faster? Just a little faster, sis. Oh no, you should stop and have a seat, read a few pages, maybe make a cup of tea. Why not?
I have seen no witch sing two elements at once, but Jem does so as easily as breathing. Earth and sky.
I kind of like that there's a Jamaican, you know, that was the dual wielder.
Passed through the women in her line. A song held unsung by generations.
So it's Bellwether.
With the power to break the world or remake it, depending entirely on how it's sung.
So can you just roll this whole wall up and take it back towards Salem with you, please? What's she put in the tea? Damn it! Drink the damn tea!
You know what, Alvin? Why don't you eat a big pile of shit?
Yep.
Whatever you say, Alvin.
I'll shut up now.
Look at him. Oh, someone's listening to me finally.
How's the coffee?
It's a little bitter.
Oh, like your mama.
Should we? Alvin.
You're a witch now. Awkward. Blow him up! Oh, thank God. Yeah, look at that in the face. Look that in the face.
Ben?
Was it worth it?
Right?
Answer her.
They told me that they weren't going to harm you.
But you watched them inject me.
Right?
You have no idea how powerful they are.
How about how powerful I am?
Right? Let's talk about that.
I'm sorry.
Don't touch me.
I am so sorry.
Kill him. Kill him.
I love you so
Too weak. You're too weak to live.
Me too.
It's what you deserve. You killed her, she kills you. It's a family affair. That's disgusting. I'm just so glad that Hearst is dead. That's all I care about, honestly, because I hated that little bitch. Almost makes losing Anacostia worth it.
The history of your family stewardship was taken from you.
Shock.
Like so many histories.
How will I know how to sing it?
It's yours.
What? That's not a lot of help.
I saw it was happening, but it's okay. I just couldn't see what comes next. What comes next?
Damn.
You'll see.
Death's sweet embrace.
Send the sound everywhere. Everywhere. The whole world.
Yeah, see, you thought it was a bomb. Maybe it's not. Let us know, Kalita. Little harmony. Oh, that was a cool effect. That was well done. Is Rael's body gonna survive all this, though? It's beautiful. I mean, the harmony's a little off, but you know what? We're not gonna judge right now. Well, that's a cloud. Where is that even going? We talking Earth song now? We talking Michael Jackson? Whole world gonna be witches now, right?
We did something right.
You
But what?
certainly did.
Is it good? Is it bad? Oh yeah, you can fix it now. Yay! Good job. Gold stars. That's right. Think you're gonna die before your honeymoon, sir. Not today. Not on my watch. Both y'all have honeymoons. At the very least. I like that Kalita was so chill the whole time. She's like, we're going to fix this. No need to worry. I've got this. They're all like, what is this? What have you done? Does the mycelium make outfits for Alder? This is what I'm wondering. She's been looking real fly since she got out. Can we fix Anacostia with this song?
We lost Anacostia.
Angry.
Feared by those who crossed her. She saw the good in everyone.
This is not enough.
To Anacostia Quartermain.
To Anacostia Quartermain, for those who dwell on the earth.
How does the doctor who had a whole throat slit get to live, but not Anacostia? This is some bull. Nah, I'm mad.
What did you do?
We're not exactly sure.
Right?
We're fairly certain we changed everything.
Maybe they ended witchcraft. Wouldn't that be an interesting twist if suddenly there's no magic anymore? Everyone's equal? Then what will this Camarilla do? What happened to her sister though? Now that I think about it, like she just suddenly disappeared.
Anything for you, Sarah?
No, but I like Candace's face. Fine.
I'm sorry for what I did.
Growth.
I'm actually an incredibly fun person.
I believe it.
Have you met yourself?
She is. She's just an acquired taste.
Making amends?
Like you're trying to do with me.
Yeah. It's the only way we can live. See, now if y'all had just done that like 80 years ago, we could have avoided so much pain and suffering. So what, we're just all in a giant bubble now? Is that it? A bubble of magic?
My sight is back.
I think you deserve it.
For the rest of us who don't have your sight, she wants us to see.
Who? Who's she? The Cillium? I'm confused.
Long ago, I merged with 6 women. I changed their voices and the way they hear as my gifts travel down their lines. Thanks to you 3, they are awake. All of them singing one song.
And the Camarilla?
Dead.
They are witches too.
Will it be enough?
No.
That is up to you.
If there's anything humanity knows how to do, it's to divide itself.
They will call you goddesses.
Well, it's appropriate.
Get all that?
No, could you do it? I kind of lost you after you said ladies.
She has just told me my work is done.
What does that mean? You about to turn to dust? I was like, is she about to jump out this plane? Like, what's going on? Can we get Anacostia back though? Like, I mean, I feel like that's a small thing to ask. Figured. Sorry, I just had a bad vision of her just getting like sucked into the propeller. A terrible person. Turns into dust. I mean, she's like 1 billion years old. She does deserve to rest at this point. She deserved to rest, not Anacostia. Fine. So why did they have to go in the helicopter for this? I'm still confused about that. Weird. They're like a hive mind now. Oh, there's holes. So there are some that aren't witches. They're the ones that are going to take over the world. Whew, all right. Well, guys, that was the series finale of Motherland Fort Salem. And very interesting turn to take. Turn everybody into witches. It's funny. It reminds me of if you ever watched the very first X-Men movie, the one that's from the 90s, not the First Class series, but there was this idea that was floated, by the way, spoiler if you haven't seen it, where Magneto thinks that the cure for the, I guess you'd call it racism against mutants that's represented in the film can be cured by making everybody a mutant. So he puts a plan in motion that is the plot of his part of the plot in the film, where he wants to use mutants in order to create a huge kind of mutant bomb that will make everyone a mutant, and therefore everyone will be equal, therefore no more problems. And this is a very interesting theory. It's a very interesting mindset because, as I said in the episode, if there's one thing that man has always been very good at, it's finding ways to divide themselves. Because the reality is we are all equal right here and now, right? Like, I mean, we're going to get back to the actual premise of the show, but you know, obviously this show is using witchcraft as a way to show how sadly some parts of humanity can hate on or ostracize or, you know, act prejudicially towards a certain group. But in the real world, it's based off of what we do, right? We do it based on race, gender, ability, what else? Sexuality, like you name it, we can find ways to divide things. But the reality is we are all equal. We are different, but we are all equal. And that's the truth right here and right now. And yet, despite that, even in communities where you don't necessarily have, for example, ethnic or racial differences, if you go to those countries, they still have problems, right? It's not like if you go to a country like China, for example, that's like 98% homogeneous and there's pretty much everyone around is Chinese. They should be utopic, right? No one should have any problems with each other. Yet, if you go there, they still have other issues. There's class issues, there's skin tone issues, there's gender issues. Like, we could go down the line of all the things that they still divide each other within their society by. So it's a deeper issue around, unfortunately, the way that humans think and the way that those who have any form of insecurities or lower self-esteem unfortunately tend to villainize those that they see as having those things or possessing the things that they want. And really, when it comes down to like these witches and why people eventually feared them and hated them was because, let's face it, they were jealous. They wanted the ability to do the things that these witches could do. And I feel like if we had people right now that were witches or mutants or whatever, people could do things that others can't. You get some people who revere it, and you also get some people who envy it. And the people who envy it are the ones that usually end up causing all the trouble, the hate groups, the anti-groups, all those types of things, because they're jealous, and instead of learning to love what it is that they have that makes them special, they want to envy and hate on people who have something that they think that they should have too. And so this idea that if everyone had it, these problems would go away, I mean, it's an interesting theory, but thus far, it doesn't seem like it's come true in practice in humanity, because I don't think it has it has nothing to do with abilities, right? Prejudice and bias does not come from actual abilities. It comes from the mentality around how you think of those abilities. And like, there are people out there, so many people out there that are better at so many many things than I am. There are people out there who would be considered far more attractive than me. There's people out there that we consider much more athletic than me. There are people who can do so many things better than I can. I could go down the list, but there's also things that I can do that I can do better than some other people out there. It's not a good or a bad thing. I don't feel like I'm entitled to be better, quote unquote, looking or better at sports or better at whatever it is out there just because somebody else is, if that makes sense. Like, I never look at these people and think, oh, it's not fair. Why do they get to have that and I don't? Like, so? Like, and it took me a while to get there, for the record. I wasn't always that way. When I was growing up, I definitely felt jealousy towards certain people that had things that I wish that I had. But as I got older, I started to realize it's not a competition. It's not about they have it and I don't, and that's a problem. Rather than looking at it as they have something that I don't, it's like, wow, that person has something and it's amazing, but I have things about me too, and those are amazing, right? It's all about appreciating, loving what you have and appreciating that in other people. And if they have something that they can do or have that can help you and vice versa, that's how our world gets better, right? But that's unfortunately not the way that most of the world thinks. And it takes a long time. As I said, I wasn't born that way. I had to get to that place. And that's really what it comes down to, is the thinking and the attitude. So I think it's a very altruistic idea that, okay, everyone's a witch now, so the Camarilla no longer can fight witches because they're witches themselves. Yeah, that's true. That takes at least that particular missive out of commission. But I promise you, in true human nature, they'll just find something else, right? You're going to have maybe the sky witches are going to somehow think that they're better than the earth witches. The earth witches are going to think that they're better than the water witches. And the water witches think they're better than the... You know what I'm saying? Like, we even saw it in the first season of Motherland, how some people looked down on Raelle and the way that she practiced her healing versus the, high Atlantic who had these other abilities. Like, there will be possibly more problems. There's more to tackle outside of just whether or not you are a witch, but I appreciate the sentiment. And I mean, it did take care of the immediate issue, which was the Camarilla that were trying to wipe out all witches. I'm glad at least that won't be a problem for them going forward. But yeah, it's an interesting take on it. A little bit naive, but I do get where they were coming from. And again, we didn't have a lot of time to kind of wrap this all up, so I feel like it was a bit of a Hail Mary. As far as the episode, I don't have a lot to say about it because I do feel like they tried to put a lot in a way, but not too much. Because again, end of a series, what do? There's only so much story you can tell without making the episode too confusing. But I think they took care of some good ends that needed to be tied off, such as taking care of Hearst. Thank God, I hated that guy. So glad that he got taken out, especially by the very thing that he created, which is that virus. I'm glad that Blanton had to actually have his comeuppance. I'm a little sad that he got a chance to apologize and kind of, make his reparations with his daughter before that happened. But all the same, he deserved to go as well. But I just feel like on a small scale, it really wasn't the best. They were just representatives, I guess, of the worst of the problem, but I guess it was something, right? So we got that wrapped up. President Wade wasn't even in this episode, but apparently I guess she's just gonna be a president again when it's all said and done. And of course, we had this whole situation with Raelle turning out to be someone who helps to create this new type of witch bomb that was a better thing. So that kind of got wrapped up. I'm assuming she's gonna be okay now as far as her relationship with the mycelium. I understand that they probably had to curve back a lot of what Raelle's character was supposed to do based on Taylor's health issues, but I think it still worked out to be as good as it could considering the situation. And as far as, the relationships, we dealt with all the relationship stuff between these couples in the last episode. Although I feel like the stuff with Tally, and I can't even remember his name, felt very rushed in this episode because I felt like they were like, well, we can't have Tally not have anyone to love, so let's just throw this relationship in there now. And I'm like, I guess, I don't even know why they had to have that. Like, not all of them have to be in relationships, but so be it. It's nice to know at least that they're all going to have love in some way. On that whole kumbaya note, we saw that finally Nikta and Alder were able to put to bed this 80-90 year rift that they've had between them. I'm glad, as I said throughout the whole season, Alder clearly came out of this mycelium like peace, love, and happiness. She got some time to chill, and she thankfully took a lot of accountability for a lot of the things that were wrong in seasons 1 and 2, as I brought out. So I'm glad that happened, even if it did feel a bit rushed at the end. But hey, better late than never. Still mad about Anacostia. I don't think I need to say much more about that. I think I let my sentiments be known in the episode. I'm pissed. I knew that they're going to probably take out out at least one loved character, because you can't really do a show like this without ending it without some tragedy, I guess. But I'm just sad. Like, the anvil was clearly there with her last speech to the girls, which kind of came out of nowhere. I'm mad it was her, but it is what it is, I guess. In the end, it would have had any impact if they'd killed a red shirt. So sad, but I understand why they did it. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. There really isn't much else to say. Overall, as a series, I've enjoyed the show a lot. Like I said, a lot of potential, a lot of very interesting ideas that were brought up. I think they did a great job of bringing to life a world that would be the way it would be if we had witchcraft rather than technology in progress. I think that all the actors involved did a great job, and I think that considering the show was not high budget, they did a great job with the effects and the way that they showed the witchcraft and all of it. I think it was really, really well done considering, and I am sad to see it go, but if this is indeed the end, it's been a great ride, and I've enjoyed watching this show, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed watching along with me. If it does get saved, I'll be more than happy to pick up again wherever it might land, but if not, thank you so much for watching this along with me. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, I'd appreciate it so much if you gave some love to this video and sent some comments below. And if this is all that you watch from me, then thank you so much for watching. And hopefully I'll be reacting to something again in the future that you might want to watch with me. And if you watch other stuff of mine, then I will see you in the next video.